Hey everyone, and welcome to the end of year book tag. I cannot believe we're in the end of the year right now. In my head, it is still March, but apparently it is November, so it's time to do the end of the year book tag. So let's get right into those questions. Question number 1 is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And there's no book specifically, because generally if I start a book, I will finish it within that month, or I will DNF it within that month. Either way, it will be done within the month, so I don't have anything like that, but I do have a couple of series that I would like to catch up on or finish before the end of the year, like the Krakoan era. I would like to read some more of. I'm not finishing it this year unless I just mainlined it for like a week, and I don't really feel like doing that right now, so I would like to catch up with that a little bit further. I'd also like to finish the Last Hours series as well, which is Chain of Iron, I think, the final one in that series anyway. I'll put the cover here so you can see which one I'm on about, but I want to finish that one as well. And there's a few others that I would like to catch up on if I get the chance, but there's nothing like specifically that I need to finish book-wise that I'm halfway through. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Not really, because I just read fantasy all year round. It doesn't really matter to me what time of year it is or what the weather's doing or anything else. If it's like a day ending in Y, most likely I will be reading fantasy. I will say that I did go more into sort of horror-y reads in October, and I've kind of continued that on, and I've gone a bit witchy for November, but to be honest, all of it is fantasy at this point, and there's nothing really that I'm going to be changing throughout November or December, to be honest, because I'm not really that kind of seasonal reader. Question number 3 is, are there any new releases you're still waiting for? And the only one I can think of right now is Heavenly Tyrant by Xiran Jay Zhao, because it's the sequel to Iron Widow, and I loved Iron Widow when I read it last year, I think it was. It was one of my favourite books of the year I read it, and I still love it to this day. I think it is absolutely brilliant, and I've been waiting for that sequel ever since. It is finally coming out on the 24th of December. I'm not going to be able to read it this year without a doubt. There's no way that is happening, but at the very least, once it is in my Kindle, I can reread the first one and then read the second one, and I cannot wait to do that. I loved Iron Widow. I am so excited to be back in that world again and see what happens now. I am so ridiculously excited. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I mean, obviously the ones I just mentioned in terms of Chain of Iron and things like this. I'd also like to read Our Crooked Hearts, and actually thinking about it, I have done an end of year TBR, which I'll link up above, which goes into the full list of the books I want to read before the end of the year. Question number 5 is there a book you think can still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? I would have said no, but then I read Now Conjure Kiss, and it was a 5-star read, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I literally finished this last night, and I absolutely adore it, and I am definitely going to be raving about it in my wrap-up that I'm going to be doing obviously in December. But this book was incredible, and if I find another book like it, it's definitely going to be a 5-star read. I don't think anything's calling to me that much at the moment, apart from Dreadful by Caitlin Rosakis. That one is definitely calling to me as a potential 5-star read, but apart from that, I'm thinking something could happen. But at the moment, I'm thinking this is definitely going to be one of my last favourites of the year at the moment, because I don't know how anything else is going to top this, but we shall see. Stranger things have happened. Something may actually shock me. I don't know. And finally, question number 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? And to be honest, I've got a couple of things in my head, nothing fully solid right now, but I do have a couple of plans maybe bubbling away in the back there, but I haven't really started nailing anything down yet, and I probably won't do until about mid-December at this point. And that is the end of year book tag. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me if you've got any 5-star predictions for the end of the year. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a heart emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which has got a full guide to Krakoa if you are interested in that after I've mentioned it. I'll also leave a link as well down below to my Bookish Etsy store if you want to treat yourself to something bookish today, or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But till next time everyone, bye!